Well, hey there, my lovelies and my gentlemen on Instagram. Great to see you. I'm Donna Hoffman, and welcome to you. And hey there to you, my gorgeous peeps on Facebook, my divas and my divos. Good to see you. I'm Donna Hoffman. Welcome, welcome. They call me the interior design advocate, and that is because I advocate on your behalf, you, the design lover. Whether you're working in your own business as an interior designer, whether you're working on your own home as a design lover, we've got something here for you. I run a luxury interior design company based in the Philadelphia region of the United States. But when I am not doing that, I am coaching people just like you across the United States and beyond. If you're a design business owner, I am showing you how to crush it to create a gorgeous design business that makes you happy and is highly profitable and keeps you in balance. And if you are a design lover, I am teaching you courses in how to rock your own design results. And right now, a topic that I thought would be great for both of you on either side of the aisle, whether you're a design professional or a design lover, the housing market is very hot right now. Very hot right now. And it is COVID driven, faux show. But there are things that you can do to stage a home to sell. So if you're staging your own home or if you're helping a client staging their home, let's talk. And I'm happy to take your questions about staging your home to sell while I'm here live. And if I don't have any questions, I'll scooch on out of here because I got places to go and people to see and appointments and so forth and such. So, and P.S. peeps, how are your Thanksgiving plans going? I hope you got great plans for Thanksgiving. I stopped at this great little farm stand orchard between appointments today to pick up a pie. I don't like pie, but some of our guests for Thanksgiving like pie. I have never seen so many flavors of pie. This orchard just had them pre-made and packaged and stacked up. There was, oh my gosh, I think I ended up getting a cool flavor. It's cranberry apple walnut. I'm not even a pie lover, and I would eat that. But oh my gosh, everything beyond just plain old pie. They had some cool flavors. So I hope you've got great things happening for Thanksgiving. All right, let's talk about staging your home to sell. And you might think, well, this is a weird time of year to be talking about it. No, people are selling their homes now through year end, as well as getting ready for the market that will open up again in first quarter. Okay, so let's do this. So I know you've read the blogs because you're so smart. You already know you want to remove personal things. You already know you want to get rid of all the family photos. Why? Because most people don't have as strong a visual sense as you do. You want to make it really easy for people crossing the threshold to be able to picture themselves living in the home that you are selling or helping a client to sell. So yes, you want to make it easy for them. So get rid of the pictures that are of you or the homeowner because you want people to see themselves living in this space. But let's go beyond that traditional advice, right? Let's go to things that you should take out and things you should add in instead. So I would like you to think about getting rid of the tired front entry and adding instead a freshly painted front entry door. Change out the doorknob as well and lock if you can. And change out the welcome mat. People tend to look down as they cross a threshold for the first time. They're looking at their footing. It's not like they're staring down, but they definitely drop their eye line. So you want to make sure whatever you're seeing it below is nice and fresh looking. So freshen up that front entry. If the front pots look kind of tired, nix them or replace them and plant them so they look well. First impression is everything. Make sure that front entry is great. So now let's continue with this idea that you drop the eye when you cross over a threshold, and that's what a home buyer is going to be doing as well. So you want to always freshen up that foyer rug, the front foyer rug. In fact, you may want to have something that you only put out for showing so it stays really pristine, in pristine condition, I should say. So front entry, exterior, we talked about giving it a facelift to freshen up, but also once you cross that threshold, freshen that up as well. So you want to nix the tired front entry. You want to nix the tired front foyer. You also want to nix the scuffed walls. So there are two ways to do it. A fresh coat of paint everywhere is a great idea if budget will permit. And even if you think, oh, what a pain in the neck, it will pay big dividends if you can give everything a fresh coat of paint, or at least main floor and primary bedroom. Alrighty, but if you can't quite do that, at least you can lean into that Mr. Clean magic eraser. I believe it's by Mr. Clean. It's the magic eraser. You wet it. It's this white foamy looking thing. You wet it down and it takes out all manner of dings, nicks, or not dings, not divots, but all kinds of smudges and problem stains on walls. It's pretty fabulous. Hence the name Magic Eraser. So definitely clean up those walls. Also, I would like you to nix the fake dried flowers, the dried plants, the dried grasses. Get rid of those, and instead, when you're showing the home, do some live plant material. You can go to Lowe's, you can go to Home Depot. You don't have to spend a lot, but a really beautiful compact plant on a coffee table. Another one perhaps on a kitchen counter. Not too big, not too overpowering, but something fresh and crisp. Or do an orchid on a kitchen counter, or do an orchid by a bedside. You want things that are fresh and crisp looking, because home buyers want to feel that the people living in the residence that they're looking at have taken amazing care of it. So condition sells. So you want to keep broadcasting everything's fresh, everything's clean, hence the clean walls or the painted walls, hence that fresh front entrance, the fresh front foyer. Condition sells, okay? So you want everything to be really fresh and clean feeling and looking, hence those plants are great. And also you want to clean out those closets. People will be opening your closets, so you want less hanging in them and then more. So if you have to put things into storage, do it. It'll be worth it. You want room in that front foyer closet so people can picture themselves having company come in on the holidays or for a great party. Same thing in the primary bedroom, the kids' bedrooms. If possible, just try to make a little room in those closets. And if you really want to get great looking, you can even put the clothing in a color order, so it looks very orderly, very, very neat. People are looking. They're looking in cabinets. They're looking in closets. So you want to think about that as well. And then lastly, open up the corners. Get rid of all of those little its and bits of furniture that just clog up your corners, the extra little tables that are kind of small, the little plant stands, the bird cages, whatever. One of the biggest and most common mistakes that DIY design lovers make is that you just keep cramming your corners. You just throw stuff everywhere. There's a pedestal with a sculpture on it. Every corner does not need to have something in it, especially when you're selling a home. Think about the model homes that you go to visit. They are not heavily furnished. There are a lot of built-ins, and things are absolutely bright and fresh looking. Mirrors are out there, plants are out there, and there's not a lot. There's usually less furniture than more furniture in a room. I remember when we moved into our home, I moved in thinking, wow, I thought this dining room was so much bigger. And then I reflected on the model home that we had seen, and yeah, they didn't have as much furniture in their dining room as we did, and they had a massive mirror in there. I actually think they even walled a mirror, but anyway. Or mirror to wall. So those are just a couple of things to get you thinking beyond just remove pictures. And these are not hard things to do. And only one really requires a professional. If you're not into painting, get somebody in to do it. And there it is. So if you've got a question you'd like to ask me about staging a home to sell, or something you want to share about staging a home to sell, I welcome you to put those comments in. While you're doing that, and if we don't have any comments or questions, we'll wrap early and I will get out of here and let you scooch on your way as well. Next week, we've got a great topic, 3 p.m. Wrong time. 4 p.m. Eastern on Tuesdays. We are here. Next week, we're talking about how to avoid overwhelm in the early or foundational years of your business. And to me, that's the first 7 years of your business. How to avoid overwhelm in the early or foundational first 7 years of your interior design business. And we'll be talking some good stuff there. And by the way, if you're not already following us, you can do so at decorating.genius. You can find all of our Facebook lives. You can find, what we're up to in our design studio by going to this great Instagram feed at IDH Designs. That's at IDH Designs. And if you missed any portion of this video, you can find us on YouTube at The Interior Design Advocate. So there is that. So let's see if there are any questions. If there are not, we're going to skedaddle early. I think we're skedaddling early. Happy Thanksgiving from people. Thanks so much for doing this webinar. Even on Thanksgiving week, you are the bomb. That's what Carol said. Thank you, Carol. You are welcome. Hello from Beverly. Beverly's Facebook keeps blinking. I don't know why that's happening. It could be your connection. How do you stage a studio department? A studio apartment. That's what Darlene wants to say, wants to know. Great question. All right, Darlene, you have to edit the hell out of that space. You do. Studio apartments are squashed for space or tight on space. So less is best. You want to edit, edit, edit. And if you have to pay to put things into storage until you move, then do it. It'll be worth it. The extra colanders, all the stuff that's going to make your kitchen, your kitchenette look, super stuffed. Get rid of that stuff so it looks like, there's space. I would definitely look to reduce the number of accessories you have. I'd look to get some fresh plant material in there. You can do something in that little foyer entry point when you first come in the door, so it's nice and fresh and clean looking. I'd lean into that Mr. Clean eraser, that miracle eraser, to get those walls nice and clean. But edit, edit, edit. Take things out. Make your closets look more spacious, make your cabinets look more spacious, and make the space itself look more spacious by editing your furniture. Less is best when you're staging a residence, meaning less stuff. You want to just make it look as open as possible, as large as possible, because everybody wants as much square footage within their budget as they can possibly afford. So remember that. So you're going to do everything in your power to make that happen. Alrighty. Now, for those of you watching this thinking, well, I'm not selling my home now, but I probably will in 2 years. Well, keep that in mind as you're selecting paint colors to, add to your home. Yeah, maybe you want to think now in terms of what will make this space look bigger in 2 years. Maybe I'm going to just do more of a gallery white wall from foyer into living dining into something else, right? So depending upon where you are in this move journey. But hopefully that helps you on that studio apartment question. It's a great question. If you have a follow-up, you can stick that in there as well. And then Faith is saying, what about lighting? Go warm light bulbs or natural for brightness? I would go natural for brightness. People want fresh, bright, and spacious. That's where I would go. If you're concerned about the lighting quality in your space for staging, I would pay attention there too. Alrighty. And let me tell you something, guys. The lighter and brighter a space is, the better it will photograph. And right now, stuff is moving on the market so fast that often we're finding that people are not even going to wait to see it in person. They're buying things online, doing like a Zoom walkthrough or a virtual walkthrough with their agent. I was talking to a client last night. They are talking to us about designing for them in Boston. And they said we have lost a lot of opportunities because people are buying them without even having an in-person appointment. So you as the seller need to know that you have to make your spaces look great and photo worthy, which means less clutter, which means less stuff, which means lighter and brighter. That's what the camera's eye likes to see. Alrighty. So anyway, all right. So hopefully that answers that question about lighting. Let me see if there are any other questions. If there are not, we will put a pin in it for today because it is Thanksgiving week, and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing to get ready to do something, but I'll be doing something. All right. Carol said, should you stage with your own furniture or rent new? Great questions. And any suggestions on scent diffusers for staging? I almost talked about scenting for staging. All right. So in terms of should you rent furniture, here's the thing. Remember I said condition sells. Your buyer wants to feel that you took pristine, perfect care of this gem of a space that they are looking to buy from you. So if you have furniture that looks like the dog chewed off a corner of a cushion, if you have furniture that looks like, I don't know, the cat scratched the side of that sideboard too much, those are things that you either want to get rid of or paint or redo somehow to freshen them up, but get rid of them even if temporarily for so that spatially you are broadcasting down to the furnishings. This place has been taken care of immaculately. So if you need to rent some furniture because your own furniture is looking a little tired and you don't want to buy new now because where you're going, you want to buy new once you get to where you're going, no problem. Then you might want to rent some things, not a problem. Not a problem at all. So I think that's a good question. And as far as scent goes, I would ask your realtor what they recommend. Scent is a very personal thing. Katie and I were just joking around about a very major retailer that kids of a certain age, like 13, 14, love to shop in, including our kids used to. And I said, when my kids would go in there, I would get a headache very quickly from the intense scent that they broadcast in that store. And my kids loved it and they didn't notice it. And I was ready to just, hyperventilate into a bag. So I'd ask your realtor what they recommend. Sometimes they, recommend, putting like cinnamon buns in the oven. So there's that kind of smell, like right before you have a showing or something. And others like certain scented candles. But, certain, like my daughter likes scented candles that are heavy vanilla, which I don't care for. So I think scent can be really personal. So I'd ask about that. But certainly if you have problem odors, smoking, cat odors or pet odors, you want to look into there are charcoal filters you can use to help eat up those odors. Faith Chic is saying, what about lighting? Oh, I already said that. What about you? I would go with neutral light bulbs, with a bright or neutral light bulb. So that was a good question. All right, dolls and divos and gentlemen, I think we actually maybe got to everybody. Carol said, great response. Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome, Carol, sweetheart. Kathy saying, great question to Carol. Carol's a smarty pants, so there it is. So listen, guys, we have, I think we got to everybody. We did. We're going to wrap it early today. Not too early, but I'm going to let you go. Have a great Thanksgiving. I hope you are surrounded by people that you love. And if you're choosing to have a quiet stay-at-home vacation as Thanksgiving and not be with people, I hope you find a nice peaceful space to enjoy the day as well. I'm thankful for you, and I'm thankful for you. And we'll see you next week. All right, guys, that's all she wrote. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Donna. Thanks so much for watching. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and comment below so I know what you think. And don't forget to subscribe to the Interior Design Advocates channel so you don't miss any of our great content.